Hello, this is part 3 of the Mega Man X Hard Type 100% tutorial, featuring Sting Chameleon. So, if you're going for the optimal route, this is the second stage that you do. One of the routes, it is the first stage, but I would recommend, if you're going to do the beginner route, that you pick Eagle first, instead of this, because it'll make for an easier boss fight. Plus, you can, that is if you're willing to do so. Anyway, that's a different stage. We'll start with this. First enemy, at the top of this hill, you dash, give him a dash lemon, and die. There can only be one dash lemon on the screen at a time, so you can dash him, and then dash lemon him. You can also do it like that if you want, but then you have to wait until the first lemon's gone to hit him. Does the same thing. You can sneak underneath this guy, or you can stand here and wait. If you're fast, and by fast, right here is defined by how far left you land on these platforms. If you land about here, you get stopped by the wall, and then stopped by the wall. If you're on the edge, you can just keep your right progress going a little bit faster. So, land as far left on those as you can. Easiest method. Next part. I don't want to take damage yet. I'll do that one last time. Alright, whatever. I don't have that tank with me. There we go. This section, the easiest way, you can kill this guy with the blue shot here. Dashing blue shot, I guess. Make it under here. I'll just talk about this section before the fall. One thing you can do is you can hold charge. You don't have to kill any of them. Wait till your head is about half over this ledge. You can jump without damaging anybody, which has its benefits. However, easier strats, you can save up a charge, kill him here. If you kill him as you're approaching him like this, and you get a good wall kick here, where you're not touching the wall, this enemy will spawn. He'll respawn. If you fall down here, you can either ride these up. Easiest would be just to go back and over. The best way to get back up would be to land on the first log and jump up, or you can jump over the log and do a slope jump. If you fall here, you can do a slope jump, run down, jump, you'll get the extra height needed to grab that ledge. Otherwise, well, I guess you can't reach it, but it makes it a little easier. This next section, there's a few ways. Easiest way, hold left, and then jump over. Avoid that, but you do want to kick off of where it lands, so you could just tank the damage. It's up to you. You're the one playing the game, not me. And do it dashing. You wait till after, that's a little faster, instead of dragging. But if you're gonna do it dashing like that, I would recommend this method. There's a nice little setup. It doesn't really matter where on the wall you do it, as long as you do a full height kick. And I do it dash kick, and as I come down, I just hit right a little bit and I land on top of it. Make sure you hit right late enough that you don't hit this wall. Get over fairly quickly. This is a pretty fast method. This is a good method. The crazy method is to just go BAM! And that circumstance, you want to have a charge. The pixels you can press, so what you do, you dash off the edge and then you just press right. Then you have to catch that ledge down there. Pixels it will work on. Watching the arms straight out on X, that's typically my falling visual cue, X's arms. It works anywhere from just above, just barely above that line, to right about here. So somewhere in that window you have to press right. So ideally you should aim for just below the white, that was just above. And if you see the angle of X's sprites, you can tell exactly where you've done it. But you want to kill the logs and then get up here. That saves about 20 frames or so, so it's not a big deal. One thing that can happen, if you just kill one of the logs, you'll often take a very nice boost that keeps you here. You do have to let go of right for a brief moment to get past that guy without bonking. Unless you get the damage boost, which is not good because it's a lot of damage. Like that. Almost harder to do on purpose. So anyway, next area. I get past there without damage. Gotta let go of right for a bit. Here you do have to wait for a bit to get below these rocks. And once you're here, you have a few choices. There's different ways to get up top. If you take the easier way, the right side, I'm going to go down here first. I'll talk about the heart grab. This pixel, as you're falling through this mud, you can have it glitch out. Like that. And it slows you down. It can happen at any point, really. And it's not good. What you can do to eliminate the possibility of that is, on your readjusts, make sure you press the button. You don't just tap it like tap, tap, tap. You want to hold it for a brief moment on your readjusts. I feel like that helps. Easiest method, make it stay at the bottom of this. You just kick over, go over, grab this. I dash off, fall, and kick. And my arms is about level with the ground. There's a fun little thing you can do. You can kind of flip the wall. Doesn't have any significance, but you can clip yourself into the wall a little. I'm not doing it here. Those are all failed. There we go. And now I can't move. I can jump though. It's a fun little thing. Anyway, boomerang grab. A visual cue for here. The golden part of your shoe, very moment it's like off the screen, the very moment, ideally when you want to kick. Or just your toes. Your toes get to the ground. That puts you in a position against this right wall that you don't have to slide down it at all to eliminate the potential of hitting your head like that. You have to jump really low. Sometimes you can't even see X when you have to jump. You gotta listen for the audio cue if you do the boomerang grab for when the gameplay starts again. But optimally, you grab it with the boomerang, you collect the heart when you're up against this wall, and you just dash back. Don't miss your dash. That's the different ways to grab that heart. Different ways to get up top. Jump off the right side, in which case you can get one kick, slide down, and then get 2 easy kicks. I watch my hand and that little dark patch, and it's just a dash kick off of here. I'm not doing anything fancy on the second section. It's just dash kick. I land on here, preferably, because then I can just jump up and go. I don't have to do a wall kick where I'm actually only going once I'm like this high in the air. This lets you just boom, go. It is also possible to double kick this first part, but since you can barely like grab that ledge anyways and be close enough to have a double kick to work, it's not particularly worth it. Double kick like that, it's almost better if you're gonna use this method to slide down like that. If you decide you want to go up the left wall, it's faster to go up it first, because otherwise it involves backtracking. You travel across this section twice. Out of the mud, you can get this. It helps. You can go up fast or you can go up slow. You can be like bam, 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 bam. Double kick at the top. Like that. But it's harder. Often what I'll do, I'll delay. I'll make sure my full height jumps zoom out here a little bit. You can do it on the fall instead of on the rise. You really have to jump low on these. You can get corner kicks. Corner kicks, I've talked about them in some of the previous levels. But it gets you up here really quick. No sliding down or anything. Take it slow or fast. Boom, boom. And like kick, 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 kick. Or you can be like kick, 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 kick. Either way, however you want to get up. There is a setup. It is faster. If you go down below first, if you land in the mud and you're just like, okay, I'll go down there. But I still want to do the left wall. It is still faster. If you come up here, if you do it this way, after getting the boomerang, but if you still want to go left wall, there's a nice setup. You go here, and then you do a full dash jump, and it puts you right where you need to be for that first kick. It's 1 second faster only than doing the right wall or so. So if you're more consistent with that and you're coming out of the mud, you need to go up top, I recommend going on the right wall. It's a fun little fact. You can go to the left after you've entered the cave and come down here. Cannot get out. You can also mess with the sprites if you do stuff right up here, but now for this this mini boss fight, you can also climb up here. This wall here is slippery. You can put an ice sled in there and make it up here faster, but you have to do this level soon. Alright, let's fight the mini boss. Start with the easy strats. Always come up here with, well, as you're doing these climbs, as you're coming out of the mud or just starting to climb, ideally you want to hold a charge while you're doing it. If holding a charge inhibits your consistency, it only really saves about half a second to hit him with a charge versus a lemon sometimes. So if it messes up your consistency, don't charge, but eventually I recommend charging on your way up. Easy strats, and you can start off with a little combo in the beginning if he doesn't jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go down below. Do these. When he jumps, hit him with a blue shot, hit him with another blue shot. If he jumps 3 times in a row, You cannot hit him with a blue shot on his 4th jump with this method, or you will take damage. And this guy really does some damage. He grabs you. Boom. 8 damage. So that's you really want to avoid. Oh, you can just come right down here. He has 28 health. Blue shots are 2 damage. Lemons and green shots are 1 damage. Boomerang does do 2 damage, but you only have 10 shots. And it saves 20 to 30 frames against this guy, versus each boomerang is a potential teleport that you're guaranteeing that you don't get from Chameleon. So at seconds apiece, you want to save your boomerangs, even though there's possibility to collect ammo drops. You can sit down here and hit him with 3 damage every cycle. Make sure you're doing blue shot lemon and not blue shot green shot, because charge shots must be off. Alright there, if I would have hung up in the air too long, that 3rd jump, I would have gotten grabbed. Do this. Counting his damage can help, because that last shot, you can like snipe his feet. Like that, you can shoot under his claw. Not while he's landing. Not as he's actually landing, his claw kind of dips down, but you can just snipe him in the feet. It's not good to just sit here and snipe his feet over and over. DPS wise, consistency is good to go with charge, 1. Faster methods of fighting. Risky, dangerous methods. Oh. You're close. Okay, you have to learn how long his iframes really are. Flash, flash, flash. Because when you're up against the wall, sometimes you have to fight him here on the wall, and he's on the other side of the arena. And when that happens, your shots are slower. When you're over here, jumps are very difficult. Stop jumping. I'm trying to show something. Okay. This is slower than his iframes. And with his attack cycles, I'll talk about it in a minute, but it can put you on a bad cycle where if you're not aware, you can get grabbed. When he slides himself from side to side, you kind of get this rhythm where you fall down below. Whenever you fall down below, you want to start charging in preparation in case he jumps. So I'll fight him, hope he... Sometimes you want to hit him and then dash back. Sometimes you want to dash up in his face so you can get back to the wall right away. It's all about the situation and what's going on and reacting properly. This is actually a very difficult part of the run. Hit him as he's falling, like that. And I went down here. Kinda nice to get some charges off. It's consistent DPS. That way if he starts jumping, you're just not missing him a lot. I want him to slide. I want him to throw his claw and slide. Sometimes he'll do it back to back to back to back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like this. And then you fall down there. But if you're on a bad cycle like I was, he can grab you. Or if you miss the pit, you want to dash a little bit past it sometimes and then turn around. It gives you a little bit of leeway to actually land down here. Any mistakes you make if you do this fight, you're pretty much taking some empty damage, which is not good. Right there, charge shots. This is what I'm trying to show you. Those charge shots are defense against jumps. Like that. And counting his health can help you snipe that last shot in a second sooner or half a second sooner. Or if you were gonna hit him with the blue shot and you know he only has 1 damage left. If you end up dying in the next section, you've got all these bricks going. This part is kind of a nightmare. But you want to stick on here, you want to do dash jumps. Dash kicks everywhere. So then if you get bonked, you actually have dash speed. If you have to make it through with that. I'm going to fight him one last time, make a safe state, and move on. This fight just really needs some practice. Notice how my shots when I'm closer to him are a little bit faster than when I'm against the wall. There, I missed the hole. I took 8 damage. Yeah, also when he's throwing his claw, his hitbox will extend out behind him. The capsule. You can dash over these gaps. Dash over these gaps without falling. But so you can dash over. You don't want to be stopped up against. You see how I walked? I got stopped. I walked and then I got stopped. When you get stopped the first time and you walk up to the capsule, the very moment you get up to the capsule is when you want to jump. If you do it for the above ground method. Like that. You don't want to hesitate any longer. And then if you're down below, first thing of importance is you can't be right up against the wall or the capsule moving up will affect your movement. Right as it comes up, right as the capsule comes up, you want to wall kick on the upper half of this bump here. The upper half of this bump and just hold right and you can land on there right as it starts to rise up. Again, not up against this wall or it won't work. Easier to get it from the top, but a little frame saver. 25% reduction. Damage. Very nice upgrade. Alright, now I know I have one. Right here, okay. This next section, you save like 6 seconds if you damage boost through these guys. But if you're at low health or you don't want to go that low, you can kill them and get health drops potentially for fighting the boss. The boss, I almost always take some damage. I need some health, but not a lot personally, typically. But if you do have a lot of health, it can make you be able to do certain things with certain RNGs, so having health can be beneficial. It's a risk-reward thing. Do you want to save 6 seconds, or do you want to have health, potentially, and continue the run? And considering what stage is right before this, so, I didn't really talk about this movement here. When you kill them, you want to do dash jumps. You want to dash jump. That way, you hit them with the blue shot for a lot of damage. And then your lemons are dash lemons. They might as well be green shots because you did a dash jump. 1 dash lemon on screen per time lets you kill them a lot sooner. You can kill them with a blue shot, 2 dash lemons. Right here, you just dash straight off the edge. Bonk him, and move on. Right here, you can do this without letting go of right. You can dash and dash again. On the mud. On this guy. If you leave this enemy alive, you can despawn him by either jumping out like that, or by jumping to this side. Now that enemy to the left isn't there anymore, can't throw rocks at you and mess you up. Personally, I do this method. Oh. I wait until he's vulnerable, I absolutely make sure he's vulnerable. Hit him with 2 dash lemons. It is possible, even though I always do that extra wall kick after I kill him, it is possible to kill him and then land up here. So, you know, if you're feeling gutsy, go for that. Or you can just be up here, hit him with a blue shot lemon and a green shot lemon. That'll kill him. Well. But if you're gonna stick to this wall, you want to make sure you despawn that previous enemy by coming over here first, or dashing out to the middle. I prefer going over here, or recommend that. I mean, and then boom, boom, and sometimes he'll throw a rock, and it's a-okay. When he throws a rock and you're over here, because you didn't do it completely optimally, he can just peg you in the face and you fall and die. So if you do this method, you really want to fill in as fast as possible. Next here, you can dash. This is a little tight of a dash, but it's good for practice. Here, you can make it. I don't do that. I don't do that for consistency purposes and health and a whole lot of stuff. I dash down here, do a full height jump over him, it'll always make it. I land here, do 2 dash jumps on here. You can do a wall kick, but it's slower. Easy way, you know, hang up here, blue shot lemon, green shot lemon, he's dead. And you can dash up here. When dashing from ground to mud, sometimes it'll stop you, sometimes it won't. So always press dash twice there. Dash. You have to wait. This last enemy would give you the least amount of benefit to damage boost through. And it's hardly any. It's not really worth the damage in my opinion. But you could save a few frames there. Once you're here, do a wall kick low. If you do it high, you'll hit your head there. Dash kick. You want a dash kick because it's fast. Personally, kill this guy. Now this is just an any kick. As long as you're not up against the wall when you do this kick, you're doing it optimally. But that is like 2, sometimes 3 frame window. Just to keep it in perspective, all the little things, all the little time saves really add up and matter in this game. About how crisp you can hit your boot. You can blue shot this guy. Now with optimal movement, you will not collect these drops. You can stop, turn around, and collect them if you like. Dash lemon, charge and green shot, like that. Here. Kill this guy. But what you also can do is you can cut this jump. You can jump a little sooner here, and you can get past this guy without killing him. That can eliminate farms. Now the mythical tree skip. Initially designed by the developer to be an unmakeable jump. You can actually catch that ledge up there from here. And if you fail it in the left direction, in the early direction, it doesn't even lose any time. So I believe pixel alignment is a factor here, so percentage chance, double frame perfect, if you land it, start celebrating. You just save some time. I'm not gonna sit here until I get it, because I have to fix it. But jump as far at the end as you can if you want to go for this strat. Try and catch that ledge. I'll show you what to do if you get it after I tell you what to do with the tree. You can make it up here from down here, but at that point you're just losing time. It's not worth going for. Like dash lemon, green shot, tree skip. Kill this guy. Starting with easier tree methods. Jump up 3 kicks over here and continue. Or you can do it like this, but you need a good kick. This is like if you have crisp enough movement, you can kick off of that wall and avoid him. But you cannot just, you gotta keep your first kick low or else he'll see you too soon. And this wall kick over here has to be very nice. Like there, I just barely touched the wall. If you hug the wall at all, like that, like if this is what your wall kicks look like usually, or something similar to that. It's kind of hard to do it. This is what your wall kicks look like, then don't do it that way. If you can keep them fast and crisp, you can do it that way. A little easier to go up and over. He'll be on a different attack cycle. Okay. Little attack down there. You can even kill him if you want for farms, or just to get him out of your face. If you want to kill him, you can do 2 kicks, and then go over here, shoot him. If you shoot before you hit the ground, you'll have dash lemon, but kills him pretty easily, gets him out of your way. That's the easiest, I would think. Even easier than doing the over method like this. The fastest is the boom, boom. Jump, jump, jump. Jump and shoot game. Now for tree skip, that I'll get my pointer. Right around here is, I'm looking at these lines. Right around in between the second and third line is where you can make it to the top. So just do your kicks up. So you can get up there. That way you cut the corner nicely. You're not going, or it's not like the corner is 4 feet above where it really is. Takes a bit of time. Alright, mech strats. If you punch, you can't jump immediately. There's different things. Like when you're in certain actions, like if you're punching, you can't turn around. Back over there, make a save state. There's lots of enemies up here. As long as you just dash, that guy won't be in your way. But right here, if you're new, do a little hesitation here, then go. If you want to be a little faster, you can do it no stop. But make sure that you make sure you punch before you hit the ground. If you punch when you hit the ground, you get stopped for a moment. If you punch before you hit the ground, you can just keep it on rolling. Like that. Punch that, jump and punch into this guy and hope he follows you. If he follows you, there's a mech right here that won't show up. If he doesn't follow you, which isn't very often, this mech will be here. He'll just give you a nice punch to the face. Keep on rolling. There's not really anything else to that spot. Right here, as you're leaving the mech, that last time that I punch, I keep holding, and then when I jump out, I start charging. Or when I jump out of the mech, I'll press shoot if I accidentally forget. But anyway, holding shoot as I charging up. Nice jump. Kills out this guy. And this enemy will give you problems only if you jump. Right here. If you want to dash along the ground here and then jump. Besides, you have to get a wall kick to get on top of this platform anyways. Dash, he'll leave you alone. Drops really can't avoid. Right here. This guy, you can hit both of these two with blue shots, and you can hit this guy with the blue shot too if your movement isn't super good. But if you have really good movement, you'll approach this guy with a green shot. So just hit him with a dashing green shot lemon combo right around here on this slope. We'll always take him out. If there's a big health here, sometimes you might want to go around and avoid it. But you always want to look at how low you can get your corners to be optimal. So that way if you end up lower, you end up getting a wall kick here. Maybe you can just do a double kick and get up. Or if there's a health drop, you can get around it if you want to avoid picking up the drop. This last part, pretty basic. Sometimes he'll fall off. I always punch him. Don't punch him at the very extremity, or he won't be able to punch you. As soon as you get iframes, just keep on going. Here, you can make that jump without the mech, but it's very tight. And now for the RNG boss. Right here, when I enter here, there is a soft lock potential to look out for. You don't always make it through these doors. If you're inside this first door and you try and like jump and dash or something, you'll end up clipped out of bounds right here. It's not a true soft lock, but because you can exit stages in this game, but essentially you can't continue the run. For this part, I put the controller on my knee, and I go jump that. I put my thumb here on the D-pad, my index finger on shoot to hold charge, and then with my right hand I go jump dash, jump dash, jump dash, like that. So it's like jump dash, jump dash, jump dash. Pretty simple. Helps me get those dashes right after. Basically, you want to minimize your teleports here. Gotta hit him with 10 to 11 damage. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And it's boomerang time. But then one of the boomerangs went off. 2 shots, 2 damage. Lemons, 1 damage. And green. Dash lemons don't do anything to any of the bosses. Well, I mean, they do 1 damage. Once he's taken that much damage, you can, 10 or 11 damage, you can boomerang him. Spikes do 2 damage. You can do kind of a CFO thing. Let's say he's at 7 health. Let's say he's at 5 health, okay? And he just teleported. He's going onto the corner and he's shooting spikes at you. You can hit him with the initial blue shot, and then you can shoot a lemon, and he'll be at 9. Or you can shoot a lemon and he'll be at 8. So no matter what, you need 2 more damage. So you can charge it up and get shot in a little bit sooner. Be beneficial. In certain circumstances, used in the wrong circumstance, it will add a teleport. Used in the right circumstance, it could potentially eliminate a teleport. This is like, you can just tank damage if he does that right away, if you have the health. If he doesn't have the health, after your first blue shot, you can run all the way over here, jump up and over and hit him again, right once you get another blue shot. See, teleports are very costly in time, so it's kind of the biggest thing. When he's throwing those, you can hit him with the blue shot and get over his first volley, which is beneficial, and then you can charge up and hit him like that. Or you can just camp over here and just keep hitting him for 1 damage. That's perfectly fine. Some situations, that's actually what you want, kind of like what I was saying. Always count your damage. And then once he's at 10 or lower, unleash. Technically, you can blue shot, boomerang, lemon, boomerang, lemon, boomerang, lemon, boomerang, and do that throughout the entire fight. But it's kind of difficult and you take damage. You always want to charge up in case there. I got hit, I couldn't damage him right away, but I still had the charge shot ready because I held my charge. In case the spike hits. Always doing charges. Once he stops, he's gonna teleport. I was trying to wait to see if I could hit him for 2 damage. If you do not do boomer stage burst, you have to fight this whole guy, and you're gonna get like 7 teleports. Or more. You can get up to 16 teleports. And if you miss a shot, you know, it can be more. Every blue shot, boom, you could teleport again, instantly. Teleport, boom, you can be teleported again already. That's the value route. The reverse route. So, other facts about this fight. The balls are slippery, or the leaves are. The ending shot. So, there I got hit, but I salvaged another two shot. 8, 9, 10. So, if it's 10, you're gonna have to end with a blue shot. I'm gonna make a safe state here. So, buttons you want to hold after you shoot that last boomerang is LR and shoot. What this does is the very moment that the boomerang is off the screen, holding L and R is a weapon cancel, and it's bufferable, meaning you can hold it, and once the action is immediately available to be done, it is done. So, holding L and R, second boomerang gets back to me, or hits him, I swap back to Buster, and I'm also holding shoot. You cannot charge while boomerangs are out, so you have to begin your charge as early as possible by buffering the weapon cancel on that last hit. So, holding LR and shoot right now. If he does that, you want to keep low. If he throws tail at you, tail spikes, you gotta jump up high to avoid them. If you're at 2 health, you might not want to be right next to him in case he flings his tail at you and you're not prepared to defend against it. But then you're all the way across the screen, and that gives more frames potentially for a spike to fall on your head. Pluses and minuses. Decisions are yours to make. Then you get pretty nice weapon. Not as useful as in Vanilla X. The charge lasts for about half the time, and you can only use it twice where you're out of ammo. But I think that's a good thing. I have nothing else to say about this stage that I can think of. Thanks for watching. I will see you in part 4 with Storm Eagle.